Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is QURROTU Binti MOHAMAD JAMAIZI and my metric number is A20A1768. We are from Group 12. The topic that we are choose is creating competitive advantage in metro market, which is the finding new markets. We choose it topics related the Porter's 5 force, which are the powers of buyers, the powers of suppliers, the threat of new entrants, the threat of substitutes, and lastly, the competitive rivalry in the industries. Michael Porter claimed that 5 forces determine the competitiveness in any industry. According to the journal, the main issue is the impact of Porter's 5 force model on a company's performance, and to analyze the intensity of competition within the industry by using Dobbs' 5 force framework. The objectives of the study are to evaluate Porter's 5 force model and describe the level of intensity of competition and profitability performance in order to understand the development of social enterprise.
My name is Nurul Izzah binti Gazman and my metric number is A20A1870. I as a presenter of theory or model in this journal. So basically, the theory here is in finding new market, Porter 5 force. In this article, we will focus on 3 journal theory that has been discussed by the author. From this journal, we can relate several theories to the issue or problem encountered. The first one is Michael E. Porter of Harvard Business School create Porter's 5 force of competitive position analysis in 1979 as a basic framework for assessing and evaluating a business organization's competitive strength and position. The hypothesis is based on the idea that 5 forces determine a market's competitive intensity and attractiveness. Next, strategy is a set of commitment and a unified coordinated activity to leverage critical skill and gain a competitive advantage. So, based on the preceding viewpoints, the strategy responds to ever-changing external conditions through organizational commitment that emphasize core skill that serve a differentiator in the face of rival to achieve long-term organizational goals. The 5 force model of market competition serves as the basis for the structure of a business industry. The intensity of competition, according to Porter, is determined by the number of firms competing and in a particular industry.
Assalamualaikum to everyone. My name is NASUHA ZALI and my metric number is A20A1629. Now I will present about the next finding, which is competition rivalry in industry and the threat of substitute. First, competition rivalry in industry. Each industry competing in the market uses its own tactic to achieve their respective industry objective by placing competitive prices, reintroducing product, increasing advertising for their product and services, and providing alternative investment rates and services to ensure the best services. This indirectly causes their industry average profit to decrease and experience lower returns as they have taken on high-risk projects in the competition. Apart from that, competition between industries can be seen through profit and the number of passengers boarded to establish relative dominance over the market. Therefore, the industry also has taken steps to increase their competitiveness by offering low fares, a variety of airline programs, and other facilities. Lastly is the threat of substitute. There is a substitute for the industry in the market when there is a new industry that is telecommunication company that have the same function and even better services. Next, industry is more of a substitute for other industry because it offers low fare and can cover long distances.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul binti ZURHAINI and my metric number is A20A1900. I as a presenter of findings in this journal. Information discovered as a result of study is referred to as findings. There have been 3 studies. First, the trade of new entrants. Second, the intensity of rivalry. And third, the trade of substitutes. I will just present about the trade of new entrants. So, the trade of new entrants refer to the possibility that new rivals will diminish the earnings and establish enterprise in the industry. Patent and brand recognition are 2 of the most significant barriers to new entry. High capital requirement also create barrier to entry due to the need to invest significant financial resources to compete, as well as risky or irreversible advertising and research. Another aspect to consider is the cost of conversion in situations where purchasers are faced with one-time fees when converting from one supplier good to another. That's all from me. Thank you.
Recommendation for overcoming the weakness of a company in creating a concept to gain a stronger position in the industry. According to Nana Denso Buford's Jurnal Porter's 5 force impact on the performance of company in industry, in order to benefit from the 5 force model, the competitive rivalry. Company in industry must invest in new product development because the industry rivalry is based on product or service innovation. Company in the industry may demand the ability to produce radical product breakthrough that solve current client concept as a competitive advantage. A company must be able to completely explain its operation. It states that defining the business in which competition occurs in critical for good business analysis, as well as for developing strategy and establishing unique boundary. To this end, he suggests that the company determine the product and geographical scope, as well as the player and pace within the 5 statement list above. The strength and weakness of this competitive force should also be evaluated in the study. It's also vital to understand the company profitability. As a result, the company reaches good and bad chance. A strategy may identify a company straight and develop a strategy for gaining a better position in the industry. By using 5 force, the competitive force over simplified microeconomic theory. It's a law for a discipline, examination and assessment of advantage extraction between rivals in industry. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is SYAHIRAH Binti RAHMAN. My metric number A20A1634. Okay, next, for this recommendation, I will talk about trade of substitution. To produce substitute product or service, it requires a high amount of industry capacity, so the trade remains low. But in the long run, it's become a weakness because the trade of replacement has the potential to increase. This is because competition between companies to reclaim higher profit with the help of future technology and knowledge advance, as well as a more efficient labor force. Recommendations to avoid the trade of replacement. Companies should focus on the differential strategies of product or service so that the adaptability of such product or service is low. Therefore, price can be increased for the sake of higher profit due to the lack of competitors. In addition, companies in an industry should take the opportunity to participate in the development of substitute product or service. improvement to ensure business success in the future. This is because product replacement is the competitive power that has the highest impact. Therefore, companies should invest more to develop replacement product or service. Okay, for the last one is threat of new entry. A relatively accessible distribution network can be a weakness. For example, in the tobacco industry, the less effort is needed to enter, the easier a competitor enter the market, and weakens the position of an existing company. Factoring in capital requirement, government regulation, and economy of scale in terms of supply become an advantage for new entry. An increase in the threat of entry will result in intense competition and may lead to lower profit. Proposal to face the threat of entry, companies in an industry should take advantage of consumer social goods by implementing low-cost promotional strategies, maintaining a competitive attitude in the industry, and monopolizing the bargaining power of buyers and suppliers. This demonstrates capability is capable of being a sustainable company despite being in an intense industry. In fact, it is also an opportunity to restrict the sustainable development of others' company because the cost loss incurred will not be able to survive in the industry.
In conclusion, Porter's 5 forces are tools that can be used to analyze the opportunities and competitive advantage of an entire company, organization, and project. This theory is based on the concept that there are 5 forces that determine the competitive intensity and attractiveness of a market. It helps identify where power lies in a business situation. Thus, Porter's 5 forces are very helpful in every business in entrepreneurship to find new market. I think that's all from me and my group members. Thank you and see you again.